Aeneid, Book 6, lines 879 to 899. Anchises, being the mouthpiece of Virgil, now goes on with the kiss buttery even more. These are interjections. Alas for piety, filial affection. Alas for good faith of old, or ancient faith, and the right hand unvanquished by war, probably ablative of cause. Not does anyone would have bare, so no one would have borne. Here we have a unreal contrapositive, himself. Faced, uh, dative with obvious, so faced to him with impunity in arms. So no one would have come to him easily in arms, but when he would advance, also unreal, as a on foot, as an infantryman against an enemy, or whether he would dig in his dig in the flanks of his of his foaming steed with his spurs. So he was going to be a great soldier, footman, and a great knight. But alas, vocative, oh miserable, oh boy, must be pitied, if by any means, aliqua here, the sea quas is a wish, if you could burst, that's why it's a subjunctive, deliberative, the cruel fates, they say bonds of fates, but fates, you will be Marcellus. Remember that Anchises is here showing the future heroes that will be in Rome because they will be reborn. So he's saying, you will be Marcellus, true Marcellus, I guess, right? Give lilies with full hands, probably ablative of means. Let me strew spargum, future possibly? Possibly. Let me spew the purple flowers, royal color, and let me honor with these gifts at least the shade of my descendant. And, Fungar, I shall perform I shall do this with a useless gift. Because obviously, in vain tributes, the flowers can't recall the dead, even though he's technically not even born yet, to life. Thusly, they, that would be Aeneas, the Sibyl, and Anchises, wander hither and to, here and there, ablative place, in the whole region, in the broad, airy plains. So notice he's talking about the plains of the dead, fields of mist or shadowy, and they survey everything, not just some things, everything. Finally, or afterwards, Anchises led his son through each of these things, and he inflamed his spirit with a desire, probably ablative of means here, of the coming glory. Oh, that's nice. He then remembers, commemorates, speaks, dative indirect object phrase to the heroes. This is what he's referring. It's a relative adjective clause which is being used substantively. What wars must be waged, add a sunt to this, in the future. And he informs him, teaches him about the peoples of Laurentia. Laurentis here, the inhabitants of Laurentum, the capital of King Latinus, where the Latin people come from, the city of the Latins, and in what manner he should flee, shun, and he should bear each labor. So he's saying, well, this is what you got to do, And I'm not going to tell you right now. Virgil says because you're going to see it in the next books. They're all predestined by gods. Now he gets to the end of the trip, there are twin portals of sleep, one of which is said predicative or equational phrase horn, by which an easy egress or exit is given, dative indirect object phrase, to true spirits, to true shades. The other, gleaming, having been made of dazzling elephanto or ivory, but the manes or the ghosts send false dreams to the skies, to the upper world. Then, when Anchises escorts his son together and the Sibyl, ablative absolute clause, with these words having been said, he sends him by the ivory gate, and that guy makes his way to the ships and revisits his companions. A lot has been said on why Anchises sends Aeneas up through the gates that give false dreams rather than the gates that give true dreams. It's a tough one. You can't really figure this out. There's a lot of ink that's been shed over this issue. Personally, I believe that Aeneas, Virgil is making perhaps a pre-Freudian slip after having kissed butt so very much over Augustus. He couldn't help but kind of say, oops, well, this isn't all true. Hard to tell, but that concludes Aeneid Book 6 and the AP readings for Virgil.